Hello and welcome students on the YouTube channel of Paimastan Singh Public Senior Secondary School. So students, in the last videos we discussed about the land and soil resources. So today we are going to talk about our next topic of that chapter, which is water resources. As we already know about that, water is a very important resource in our life. We need water for drinking, cleaning, cooking, washing, and for growing food also. As well as we know that we need water for irrigation, transportation, and process plants as well as generation of electricity. So the water as a resource on our planet is a very important. Water is a vital renewable natural resource. Three-fourths of the Earth's surface is covered with water. That is why it's called the water planet. Water on the earth is of two types. One is of fresh water and second is of saline water. The ocean water is saline and not fit for human consumption. Fresh water accounts for only about 3% of the water on earth. Most of the fresh water occurs as ice sheets and glaciers, and we can say that only 1% of the water on the earth is available for human consumption. It is found as groundwater, as surface water in rivers, lakes, and as a water vapor in the atmosphere. As we can say, the water found in oceans, rivers, ponds, lakes, and streams. Fresh water is found in different forms like solid, gas, and liquid, and it's changing from one form to another. This movement of water from land and the ocean to the atmosphere and back is called the water cycle. Human use huge amount of water not only for drinking and washing but also in the process of production, water for agriculture, industries generating electricity through receivers of dams are the other usage. Now, what is the water resources of India? As we can say, there is a different sources of water. The main water sources in India are like rainfall, rivers, lakes, groundwater. So in India, there are main rivers like, as you can see on the map, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Krishna, and Narmada. So from these rivers, some rivers are snow-fed rivers and some rivers are flowing throughout the years. So that is called the perennial rivers and non-perennial rivers. Perennial rivers are those rivers which flow throughout the year. But non-perennial rivers are those rivers which do not flow for some period. It depends on the rainfall. As we have seen in the map like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Krishna and Narmada, these rivers are snow-fed rivers and these rivers flowing throughout the year. But on the other hand, some rivers like Narmada, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, these are the seasonal rivers, which means these rivers depend on rainfall for water. They flood during the monsoons and dry during the summer season. Next, we are going to talk about conservation of water resources. Despite that, the importance of water in our lives, but water is being misused, wasted, overexploited and is being contaminated also. So we must contribute to conservation of water by following means. Under that, first we are going to talk about the rainwater harvesting. So rainwater harvesting means collecting and storing rainwater for reuse during dry season instead of the water run off in the drains and wasting it. Next method is drip irrigation. The crops irrigate by flooding the field with water, watering the crops with drip irrigation, or sprinklers can save plenty of water. Next method is stop leakage of water. We have to stop leakage of water at every place by using good plumbing techniques and using high quality pipes and appliances. Next is changing water use habits, like don't let the tap run unnecessarily while you are doing other activities. Water is suitable for drinking, but water bodies should not be used for activities like washing cars, washing clothes. So to conserve water, there should be a strict measures taken by taken against the industries polluting surface water. So this was all about our chapter. I hope you all understand. Thank you very much.